a performer and a motivational personality that I just met yesterday. I've spoken to through the years, but I met him yesterday. One of the nicest guys I've ever met. Please welcome Zoro.
Wow. Man, I'd like to thank Rick Smith for being a great cat and for inviting me here to the show. What a beautiful day here in Connecticut, huh? Did I bring the good weather with me? Oh man, this is an awesome spring day. Let's do the clinic outside. We're going to move everybody outside real quick, and we're going to move the drums out there. Whatever instrument you play, time is the most important element of being a great musician, and nobody's exempt from playing good time. So, as drummers, that's something we always need to work on, and there's a variety of deep ways to work on that. The second one is technique, and a lot of people associate technique only with very sort of flashy-oriented drumming, but it takes technique to play any type of groove well and any type of feel well. Every language of music is a separate language. I look at it like English. All over the country, people have different accents. Of all those songs, and he funked them all up and came up with new horn parts. And so there are many times when we just, and there were times that he gave me a solo on certain tunes. So there was always room to stretch, but it was always best to start with the foundation of the music, and that way you really understand what it is, and then you could take it from there. Now some artists don't want to do that. I played with Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons, and Frankie, when I first got with him, he actually asked me to rearrange all the drum parts because he was tired of hearing the original parts for 30 years. So sometimes people are bored of their own music, and they decide to rearrange it and change it, even though the fans really don't necessarily enjoy that. So they want to hear the songs the way they know them, right? And I make noise on this instrument, and then I'll be in Spain or Africa or Iceland, and I'll see 100,000 people bobbing their head to something I'm doing. I'm like, there's a lot of power in these little things. You know what I mean? And I just kind of, you maybe take it for granted, but it's like somebody whittled these things down and we figured out how to do something with them. And then as we watch people through the years, like it just magically evolves and we get better, and something that didn't exist, a few years ago, then all of a sudden we see one guy do it, and then the rest of us go, And then 5 years later, we're all doing it. It's a part of our vocabulary. The hi-hat, for instance. I love the hi-hat. It's one of my favorite parts of the instrument. But at one point, it didn't exist. And at one point, it was way down there for midgets to play. It was called a low voice, super low. And then all of a sudden, somebody raises it, and then we get the idea, and then all of a sudden, we're all doing it. How does that happen? It's, music is a miraculous, invisible force. We don't really understand it. It just sort of goes through us, but nobody can comprehend it. It's beyond. It's like love. You don't see love, you feel love. You don't see music, you feel it in your spirit, you feel it in your soul, but it definitely connects you to something that's bigger than our understanding, our capacity to understand. So I realize I'm the instrument, and then the power of God is flowing through me to play, because I don't have the power to do that. I'm just letting that power flow through me, and hopefully it makes other people feel good. That's the goal. You guys are awesome.